4th and 2 yards to go for the Sockies.
It's a longer 2 than it was before.
Yes, it is. So 4th and 2, a big play right here. PORTA trying to get the stop. The Sockies trying to convert for a fresh set of downs. Stout under center. PORTA bringing the blitz. They'll give it to Freeman. Right side, looks through the corner, cuts up. He's got the first down. And the Sockies will have it 1st and goal all the way down to the 6-yard line. So a gain of 4, and it'll be 1st and goal from the 6. That's a big play for the Sockies.
Yes, it was. How many first downs for Pittsfield now, Charlie?
They're up to 7 first downs on the night.
So 3 in the second half already.
And a fresh set of downs here. 1st and goal from the 6. Looking to get on the board for the first time of the night. Stout's under center. Marks out the long snap count. Takes it, hands it off on the right side. Freeman looks to cut back. He's got it inside the 5, down to around the 3, a gain of 3 by Jacob Freeman.
Freeman kind of picking his spots, but he had plenty of room there to do that.
Freeman's carried the ball 6 times in the second half after carrying it 6 times in the first half, up to 76 yards, 7-10 and counting in this third quarter. 12-0 PORTA on the Trash Queen scoreboard. The Sockies 2nd and goal from the 3-yard line.
Freeman had a huge night running the ball in the very first game of the year against Riverton, and then has not really run it between the tackles at all since then.
Under center is Stout. Takes the snap, hands it off, running left. Freeman looking for a cutback, and he's in for the score. The Sockies get on the board with 6:47 to play in this third quarter as Jacob Freeman takes it in from 3 yards out, and they're on the board for the first time in this contest.
J.J. Petty out to kick the extra point. Got to see if he was able to keep his leg warm.
Yeah, it's been a while since he had that warm-up, isn't it?
It has been.
So J.J. Petty in for the kick attempt. The holder is Corgett for the Sockies. The snap is a little slow, but he gets it down. The kick is up. The kick looks to be good, and it is. It's a 12-7 score with 6:47 to play in the third. Back with you after this timeout on Central Illinois Sports.
Just like that, the kids are back in school, the summer's over, and we're back to doing homework in the evenings with our wonderful children. Nothing makes this scenario more magical than having a reliable internet connection to get all the homework complete, followed by everyone off to baths and bed. So after that dream is over and the kids are finally doing their homework, make sure you have a strong internet connection. Call Cascom today at 1-800-252-1799.
Well, the Sockies get a score as Freeman takes it in from 3 yards out. And the Petty kick was good, and it makes it this 12-7 score that we see right now on the Trash Queen scoreboard.
Charlie, what did you lose?
My pin.
Oh, okay.
Jake O'Brien and number 28, Jake Sinclair.
Thought one of my fingers had fallen off, didn't you?
Well, I wasn't sure. I thought maybe a toe.
I apologize to the folks as we dropped for just a minute or so there after the technology went a little cold on us. PORTA will take this kick, and man still on his feet. Sockies looking to drag him down and finally do at the 44-yard line, but PORTA's going to get good field position at their own 44. Sinclair on the return, it appeared. 6:36 to play in the third. 1st and 10 for PORTA. So the Socky offense did their job to start the second half. Now the defense is going to try to keep PORTA out of the end zone on this drive.
Socky defense has done a decent job of making PORTA move the ball in slow bits, but when they've gotten the ball outside, they've really run for big plays.
Logston is under center, wishbone formation. They pitch it outside again, John, on that wishbone.
And again, we've talked about this.
Sinclair now going to try to cut it back, and he's got a big play. Really a nice job by Nate Anderson on the outside. He strung it out, but Sinclair was able to cut it back. It's into Socky territory to the 48-yard line. And that's a pickup on the play of 8 yards, and it brings up a 2nd and 2.
That very rarely works, Charlie, as typically you get a block in the back or a hold when you completely reverse field like that, but not that time.
2nd down here, and they'll give it off along the right-hand side. This is O'Brien. O'Brien's got a big gain. He runs right past Damon, who slipped, And O'Brien is going to take this one all the way to the end zone for a score. A 48-yard run by Jake O'Brien, his third score of the night. And just like that, the Blue Jays respond to the Sockeye score with 5:51 to play here in the third period. So a 48-yard run by O'Brien. And the Blue Jays lead the Sockies 18-7 at the moment. And what are they going to do here, John? Go for two?
They're going for two.
So they will go for two here, will PORTA. Logston is going to set up under center. Takes the snap, hands it off along the right-hand side. Ball carrier's Chalmers, and he is not in, it doesn't appear. And, now they say he did just get in. So it is a 20-7 score. The Blue Jays with the lead with 5:51 to play in the third.
Because your kids are back to school doesn't mean you have to sacrifice your fitness routine. Illini Fitness is now open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Whether you're a busy parent, college student, night owl, or early riser, our hours now fit your schedule. Call to find out about our affordable memberships at 285-5635 or learn more by visiting IlliniHospital.org/fitness. Illini Fitness, located at 128 West Washington Street in Pittsfield.
5:51 to play in the third, 20-7 the lead now for PORTA, John, as the Blue Jays didn't take any time responding to the Sockeye score.
Yeah, O'Brien was able to get outside on their second play from scrimmage there and was able to take it in for the touchdown. And just unable to get to him. And as you said, Damon was going to be there to stop him, maybe about the 30. He slipped at the last moment and was unable to get him.
Kickoff is going to be taken by Grattan at around the 25 on the run. Looks to the middle of the field, out to the 35-yard line. Call it the 36, and that's where the Sockies will start 1st and 10 at their own 36 with 5:45 to play here in the third period.
Be interesting to see who the tailback is here.
I think you have to stay with Freeman.
I think you do too.
You got the hot hand.
Yeah, I think you do too.
Bowlers Universe, the place to be for lots of great entertainment. Lots of food specials throughout the week, including wings on Wednesday night, $5 cheeseburger and fries on Thursdays, Cosmic Bowling Fridays and Saturdays, leagues throughout the week. Check it all out at Bowlers Universe in Pittsfield.
They've got bands a lot of the time, Carly, and they're a happening place, is Bowlers Universe.
The wind has picked up, and it is noticeably cooler now. So we've got 5:45 to play in the third. Now the Sockies will see a penalty flag fly here.
Delay game, I believe.
Looked like it is a false start.
Nope, false start.
So that'll be a 5-yard penalty. Sockies' third penalty, 15 total yards, and move the ball back to the 31-yard line.
Moves the ball back to the 31-yard line.
1st and 10 for the Sockies. Or 1st and 15, I should say, from the 31. They'll send Paxton off of the field now. I do believe he was the man that jumped early for Pittsfield, was Paxton, from the whiteout spot, about 30 yards away from the action. They'll put Logan Howland out wide right now. Stouts under center. Takes a snap, going to pitch it outside to Freeman. Freeman trying to get the corner, looking for some blockers. He turns it upfield and is going to be close to the 35, call it the 34-yard line, gain of 3. It's going to bring up a 2nd down and 12.
Tackle that time by Carlock for PORTA.
Freeman up to 14 carries now. 2nd and 12 from the 34-yard line with 5:20 and counting here in this third quarter. 20-7 the advantage for PORTA on the Trash Queen scoreboard. 320-4320. That's 320-4320 for Trash Queen for all of your trash pickup needs. Single man wide right for the Sockies is Howland. PORTA with just everybody near the line of scrimmage. They'll try to give it on the little inside counter play to Grattan. He's going to take it to the original line of scrimmage, possibly a yard past that to the 36, so a 2-yard gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down and 10.
No, there you go. Okay. The box was just really slow getting there, Charlie. First I thought it was a really tough spot.
So a 3rd and 10 for Pittsfield. Down 20-7. It's a big play right here.
Obvious passing downs have not been good for the Sockies on the year.
Porter with a lot of guys up tight, though, and look at the type of yards they gave up to teams like Riverton, and you would say that the pass was probably what helped that squad that night.
Yeah.
Pittsfield doesn't quite pass it like that, though. Here's Stout back to pass. He's going to be sacked. Sacked back at the 30. A loss of 6, and the Sockies will have to punt.
He had a lot of pressure. He was able to step up in the pocket a little bit. It looked like he was going to maybe be able to get rid of it, and then a man was able to take him down by the ankles.
20-7 score, under 4 minutes to play in the third, and the Sockies will have to punt here, 4th and 15. O'Brien is back. Check that that's Sinclair back to receive this one.
He had a better punt than the last time. Sockies were a man short on the punt team, and I just don't understand that.
Rubel stands back at his own 17-yard line. He gets a low snap. He does get a good catch on this one. Kicks it on a pretty good punt here. Going to roll all the way down to the 41, and that's where the Blue Jays will take over 1st and 10 at their own 41-yard line. Good directional kick that time by Rubel. And with 3:24 to play here in the third, the Stocky defense needs to put together a few stops. And Porter with a chance to maybe put this one away before the end of the third, John.
Yeah, another score would make it very difficult for Pittsfield to come back.
1st and 10 from, they're going to put it right at the 40-yard line, we'll call it. Thank you. Logston's under center. Wishbone formation. This is where they run outside, usually to the wide side. He takes the snap, going to hand it off. The first time they've handed it off on the inside, and the man was hitting the backfield, but he keeps his legs moving and churns them forward all the way to the 44-yard line. That's Sinclair on the run out to the 40. We'll mark it right at the 45. A gain of 5. It brings up a 2nd down and 5. Sinclair past the 50-yard mark now at the 53 yards on 4 carries.
That was literally the first time they've run it anything but pitches out of that wishbone.
Logston again under center with the wishbone behind him. Going to have the quarterback sweep along the right-hand side. Sockies trying to chase him down. Anderson out of hold of his jersey. Now they'll come in and finish off the play. They do finally blow the whistle. He'll get forward progress back to the 41. So that's a loss on the play. What, John?
About 4.
4 yards. That brings up a 3rd and 10 here.
He nearly, I was going to say, you could even give him a loss of 5.
The ball is back to the 41.
Yeah.
3rd and a long 9, short 10. Either way, 3rd and long. Single receiver wide to the left-hand side. Logston's under center with the wishbone formation behind him. Takes the snap, going to pitch it. The pitch man is hitting the backfield. That's Sinclair. The Sockies come in and finish off the run here. He'll lose a yard. And they'll bring up a 4th and long, and the squad from PORTA will be forced to punt.
Is this their first punt of the night, Charlie?
2nd punt of the night.
Okay.
First came on the first drive. The Sockies gave them a fresh set of downs on a penalty.
Oh, yes, that's right. I forgot.
But then they did still have the punt on that series.
Yep.
Freeman is back deep for Pittsfield. Stands at his own 26-yard line. It's a high snap. Logston is the punter. He does put his foot into this one. It's a high kick. Not going to go very far, and the Sockies just need to get away from it here. Just get away from it. Don't run toward the ball.
No, stay away.
Run away from the ball. And they'll get it at the Blue Jay 46-yard line. So it was a net 5 yards on the punt. And good field position for the Sockies to try to capitalize here with 1:25 to play in the third period.
He was lucky to net 5, Charlie, as he probably should have lost about 20 as he was barely able to catch the snap, and there were an awful lot of defenders around him.
Pike County Express, your local family-owned newspaper serving Pike County since 1991. Check it out each Wednesday on a newsstand near you. 1st and 10 for the Sockies from the Blue Jay 46-yard line. Stout under center. He takes the snap. He'll hand it off to the deep back. That's Freeman. Freeman cuts it back inside the 42 down to the 40-yard line. A gain of 6 on the play. They called him to the 39, called a 7-yard gain. Brings up a 2nd and 7.
Charlie Freeman running as hard as I think I've ever remember him running between the tackles in particular.
Yeah, he's getting the hole, and he's quick. Definitely is a quickster, is Freeman. Not a big young man, but, man, if he can find a little bit of a gap, he can really run it. 2nd and 3 with under a minute to play in this third quarter. Paxton is split out wide to the right. The wingback is Gratton along the right-hand side. Sorry, the tip of the tongue not working well here. They'll give it off to Howland. He's going to have the first down on the fullback carry over the right-hand side, inside the 35 to the 34-yard line. A gain of 5 on the play, and that'll be the Sockies' 9th first down of the night.
Handoff with the 25, Wade Howland.
Pittsfield wants to get up and run another play here.
The clock man was being generous as he stopped the clock for the Sockies.
Under center is Stout. He'll hand it off to Freeman along the right-hand side. Cuts back and is taken down forward progress near the 31-yard line. A gain of 3.
That time, if he would have lowered his head, he'd have had 2 more yards. Instead, he tried to spin off the man and was stopped in his tracks.
I think that'll be the final play of the third quarter, though, as the clock ticks down this final 10 seconds. Pittsfield does not appear to be in a huge hurry to run a play here. Now they'll break the huddle and come to the line. They're not going to get this one off, though, are they? They come set. They do get the play off. Wow, they'll hand it to Freeman along the right-hand side. He's stripped up, taken down at the 28. So a gain of 2. He's up to 94 yards, and that's how the third quarter comes to an end. It's PORTA 20, Pittsfield 7. A fourth quarter play-by-play your way after this.
At Illini Community Hospital, our goal is to provide high-quality medical care close to the communities we call home. Our team of providers and nurses are here to help guide you every step of the way to your healthcare journey with the personalized style of medicine you've come to expect from Illini. Illini is proud to welcome Dr. Esfaldo Wesley, oncologist, to our oncology team. He joins Sherry White, nurse practitioner, providing high-quality oncology care right here at home. For more information, visit IlliniHospital.org. Illini Community Hospital, proudly improving the health of our communities.
Well, we're ready to start the final quarter of play. It is a 20-7 advantage for PORTA over Pittsfield after 3 quarters. And the Sockies will have a third and about 4 from the 29-yard line.
Right now the clock says, oh, there we go. The clock was telling us we were going to have a 12-minute and 22-second long quarter to finish the game.
Real Net Twine, located just north of Pittsfield, across from the airport. Your local headquarters for concrete lawn ornaments, statues, fountains, and so much more is Real Net and Twine. Stop by and see them or call 285-5013. PORTA trying to gain their 3rd victory of the season. The Sockies looking for victory number 2. And right now it's been a tough one for Pittsfield, down 20-7. But a good place to start here in the final quarter. 3rd and 5 from their opponent's 20, called even the 28-yard line by the time they set that ball there.
They gained a half yard on the switch, didn't they?
Yes, they did. So it is a 3rd down here from the 28. Freeman is going to be the deep back behind the halfback Howland.
3rd and 6, Sockies.
Single receiver right is Logan Howland, and Stout will be under center. Stout takes the snap, going to hand it off on the inside, handoff to Gratton. He's got the first down, and Morris makes a man miss, and he's going to go for the touchdown. Gage Gratton takes it in for the Sockies on the little inside handoff from 28 yards out, and the Sockies get the touchdown to start the final quarter of play.
Gratton running from the wingback position that time, and they had kind of forgotten about him, I feel like, Charlie, as he wasn't in his normal position at halfback, and really nobody was looking for him to do anything. He'd just been a blocker the whole time so far out of that set.
So
J.J. Petty on for the extra point.
Makes it a 20-13 game. This is to make it a 6-point game. It's a low snap. Corget had a little trouble with it. The kick is up. The kick still looks to be good, and it is. 20-14 the score with 11:50 to play in the contest. John will keep it right here. That was a good start for the Sockies to the final quarter. Now it's time for a big stop on the defensive side.
It was good to see those 2 sophomores and the kicker and holder not panic on the little tough snap there on the extra point kick. Got it down, got it in.
Steve Smith Painting for all of your painting needs, from one room to the whole house, from a fence to a barn or a grain bin. Steve Smith Painting can do it all with quality work and affordable pricing. Call Steve Smith Painting at 217-248-0993. 20-14 the score, with 11:50 still remaining in this contest. A lot of game left, John.
A lot of game left. Oh, now the clock is out, Charlie.
It's done that a couple of times this evening.
Okay. Well, it's gone right now.
Hopefully they'll get it to come back up.
I looked to see how much time was left and went, I have no idea. Oh, there it came.
Should be 11:52.
Well, now there's 11:50. 2 seconds came off the clock.
Nope, 11:50. Excuse me.
Okay.
That is correct. Sinclair's back to receive the kick. It's a high kick going to be taken by the up man at around the 20-yard line. 25, 30, cuts back at the 35, looking for running room at the 40. Still on his feet all the way out to the 49-yard line, and that's where the Blue Jays will start 1st and 10 at their own 49.
That was the kicker in J.J. Petty and a couple of men who probably played defensive back most of the time that were left to stop the man that time, but they got him stopped.
That is not where the Sockies wanted to kick that ball off, though. They usually try to keep it out of a situation where you could get a big return.
Yeah.
1st and 10 for the Blue Jays. Up 20-14 with 11:42 to play. 2 receivers wide right, a single man to the left, and Logston will be under center. He puts a man in motion right to left. Going to hand it off to the end-around motion man. That's O'Brien. The Sockies keep contained, and they'll take him down after a short gain. Going to get forward progress to the 49-yard line. That's a gain of 2 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down and 8.
Just crossed it over midfield that time from 149 to the other.
2nd and 8 from the Socky 49 with 11:18 and counting in this contest.
Both teams with all 3 timeouts in this half, Charlie?
I do believe that's correct. I don't recall a timeout taken otherwise.
Yeah, I don't either.
2nd and 8 here as the Blue Jays are taking their time in the huddle. Play clock down to 7 as they come to the line. 2 receivers left, a single right. Logston puts a man in motion. He gets the snap off, hands it off to O'Brien, looking for a cutback lane. He doesn't find it as he's taken down by the Sockies. Dell in on the stop for
Anderson
Pittsfield.
Also.
Along with Anderson, a gain of a yard, and it's 3rd down and 7.
Kind of ran right at Anderson that time, and he just maintained and was able to get the tackle along with Dell.
He's up to 120 yards on 10 carries, though, is O'Brien.
He's had big runs, especially on his touchdown runs.
Yes, he has. 10:24 left in this contest. Clock ticking down. Porta comes to the line, up by 6 on a 3rd and 7, just inside Socky territory. Logston under center. He's going to go back to pass. Looking for a man, throwing right, throwing it up for grabs. Socky's got to come back and play. That ball, it's caught. Oh, my goodness, it falls into the hands of the receiver.
Not even the receiver it was thrown to, but it falls into the hands of their trailing receiver completely by accident, but it was caught for a 1st down.
Kobe Flanders with the catch. And it's all the way down to the 22-yard line. That's a 26-yard pass. Like a gift from the heavens that time.
That was not the man that ball was thrown to at all.
Into the hands of Kobe Flanders, and it sets up Porta 1st and 10 at the Socky 22. Goodness. I mean, that ball was looking to try to get to a man who was 10 yards further down the field, and Flanders just ran right underneath of it. But give him credit, he was the only man to play the ball.
He was.
Everybody else kind of stood and watched. Logston's under center, puts a man in motion, going to hand it off to the motion man again, trying to get the outside corner. He cuts it upfield. That's O'Brien again, I do believe. No, check that Sinclair. Takes it down to the 16-yard line, call it the 17-yard line. A gain of 5 on the play by Sinclair. He's up to 57 yards. 2nd down and 5, 9-10 and counting. Under center quickly is Logston. Puts a man in motion right to left. He's going to keep it himself along the right-hand side. Nice job by Anderson to turn the play back in. And he's taken down to the 15. Gain of 2.
7-8 Logston, the ball carrier.
Gain of 2.
Tackle made by 25 Wade Howland.
Howland in on the initial hit, but a nice job by Anderson to keep that play from getting outside. So it's a 3rd down and about 4 from the 15.
Blue Jays.
Definitely 4-down territory where they are right now.
For possibly a hard count here. Wishbone formation. Logston under center. Takes the snap, going to hand it off to the second back, running left. This is O'Brien. O'Brien looking for running room, and it's taken down inside the 10. Down to the 7, in fact. An 8-yard gain and a 1st and goal now for the Blue Jays.
Boy, he does run the ball hard, doesn't he, Charlie?
127 yards now, and we see a whistle is going to stop the clock, and it's a timeout going to be taken by the Sockies. We'll pause as well. 8:24 to play in this contest. 20-14, the advantage for Porta. They're on the move in Socky territory, and we're back after this.
Wish you had extra cash for a vacation, a boat, a new car, projects around the house? Free up more cash for the things you want by taking advantage of low interest rates. Refinance your home with Great Rivers Bank and keep more of your money by lowering your monthly payment. Start the process online at greatriversbank.bank and work with one of our experienced loan officers to get the lowest rate possible. Great Rivers Bank, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender.
Well, with 8:24 to play in the contest, it's a 20-14 advantage for the Porta Blue Jays over the Pittsfield Sockies on the Trash Queen scoreboard. And the Blue Jays will have it first and goal from the Socky 7-yard line. The last time Porta had the ball first and goal, it ended up fourth and goal from almost midfield.
Oh, what about the 40 almost?
Here it's first and goal from the 7. For the Blue Jays, under center is the quarterback Logston. Puts a man in motion right to left. Going to hand it off on the inside handoff. This is to the big fullback in Chalmers. He's not going to gain much.
Forward progress going to get him, what, about one there?
To the
maybe?
line of scrimmage, no gain. It's a second and goal from the 7. They didn't move the box, so it's second and goal from the 7.
Yeah.
And Chalmers has not had a lot of success on the ground tonight. They'll bring Sinclair back into the game, will the Blue Jays here. You always have to account for him. He's been a big-time player for them here tonight. Single receiver out wide to the left-hand side. Wishbone formation. Logston is under center. Second and goal from the 7. Takes the snap. Hands it off to the deep back. That is Sinclair, I do believe. He will be wrestled down near the 5.
Handoff is the 28, Jake Sinclair.
Yeah, call it the 4 even. A gain of 3, and it'll be third and goal from the 4.
That's just inside the 5.
So it's right at the 4-yard line, third and goal. 7-17 and counting in this contest. Sockies have not had very many takeaways this season, and it'll be a big one here.
Could use one.
Logston under center. He will have the long snap. Counts a false start, so they'll get a little bit of a break here. That'll move it back 5 yards. Just the third time the Blue Jays have been penalized, a total of 20 yards on the night of penalties.
That'll help them out, give them a little breathing room for the Sockies.
So that'll move it back to the 9, third and goal from the 9.
Third and goal, James.
Single receiver wide to either side. Under center is Logston. He takes the snap, back to pass. Looking, throwing it across the middle, a dive, and it is incomplete. Incomplete pass stops the clock. And it'll be fourth and goal with 6:53 to play. And they're going to bring on the field goal kicker. So they'll bring on the field goal team. Well, this squad from
It would
Porta.
make it a
62, Kobe Williams.
it would make it a 2-score game, but yeah.
They'll throw the block on here, and they're
The
going
field
to
goal
have
kicker forgot to bring it. 17, 16, 15, 14.
The kicker again is the big boy. Vickers, I do believe. That's what we decided on that one.
62.
They'll hold this down. The kick is up. The kick, it looks to be long enough, and it is good. It is good. A 27-yard kick by Kobe Williams is the kicker. 27-yard field goal. And that gives the Blue Jays a little breathing room, 23-14. John, he had plenty of leg.
He did have plenty of leg that time, Charlie. And like I said, I watched him kick before the game, and sometimes he put him like that, and sometimes he put him like that first one where just didn't go anywhere. And I realized that ball was blocked too, but it would not have been good even if he could have gotten it away clean.
So he makes it a 2-score game, and that is big. 23-14 on the Trash Queen scoreboard with only 6:52 to play. And as Paul Petty talked about in the pregame, this Socky squad is not one that scores quickly.
2 timeouts left for Pittsfield. 3 for Porta.
They're going to have to become a squad that scores quickly, aren't they?
They are. Big plays.
They could use a big return here. Good Pittsfield. 6:52 to play in this one. Down 23-14.
Charlie, normally it gets warmer when you get up high closer to the sun, but
The sun is not out,
not helping today.
and it is not warm out here.
The kickoff for the Blue Jays.
I'm freezing my baguettes off, Clark.
Heard that before somewhere.
Well, Kobe Williams is going to kick this one off. He just gave his squad this 2-score lead on a 27-yard field goal that he stuck right through the uprights. Williams will put his foot into this one. Kick that's going to go on the ground and is just dove on by Anderson. That's where the Sockies will get it at their own 36-yard line.
Pretty good field position for the Sockies. Would have been a tough ball to scoop and try to do anything with.
Hey, you much rather play it safe and secure the ball.
You'd much rather have the ball at the 36 than give them the ball at the 36 for sure.
That is true. That is true. 6:50 to play. It is a sparse crowd on hand now after the many cheer campers went home.
And the band parents also.
He's still here. Under center is Stout. He'll hand it off along the left-hand side. That's Freeman. Makes a man miss in the backfield, but not going to make that man miss, and he's taken down for a loss. Inside the 35 to the 34-yard line. That is a loss of 2 yards on the play.
A couple defenders hop up and then want to be in Jacob Freeman's face for a second. Freeman turns and walks back to the huddle. I don't like seeing that from anyone, Charlotte.
And the clock's out again.
It's dark. It's very dark on that end of the field anyway, but now you have no idea how much. Well, I guess it doesn't matter because you have the play clock still at least.
Yeah, but you like to know the game
Well,
clock.
that's true too.
You could take a minute off the clock and nobody would know. Now they'll hand it off on the little inside handoff to Grattan. He makes a man miss, still looking for running room, and it's taken down out at the 39-yard line. A gain of 5 on the play. It'll bring up a 3rd and 7.
Charlie, I think you have to give him more than that. The ball's almost at the.
5 yards.
Never
5-yard
mind.
gain,
Yeah, you're going to
3rd
give
and
him
7.
5 now. Sorry. The box was all the way up to the 40 to begin with, so that's what confused me.
Don't trust the box, John. I saw it with my own 2 eyes, even though they're frozen open. I'd love to know how much time's left if the scoreboard was on, but it's not. We're going to guess about 6 minutes.
And the bad thing is you can cheat when that happens, Charlie.
Not saying they would, but I'm saying you could. Here's a pitch out to Grattan, or check that, that's Freeman. Freeman looking for running room, not going to find much out to the 41, a gain of 2. And now the referee's going to blow it dead. He wants to know what the heck's going on at the scoreboard. 5:23? That took that much time off the clock?
And he says, roll the clock.
Well, where the heck does it keep going? So it's a 4th down, and the Sockies will have to go for it from the 41-yard line. 4th and about 6 from the 41.
I have to think you're going to try to run the ball outside here, Charlie. I don't.
You don't have enough confidence in the passing game to think you can go to the air here successfully. Grattan is set up in the slot, though. He's about the only man they've been able to successfully pass to. That's who they're looking to. They throw it, and it is a pass that is too wide for Grattan. He was open, but incomplete, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
Yeah, he would have been open and had the first down. Clock stops with the incomplete pass. Turnover on downs. Porta going to get the ball right at the 40.
Caught the 41 of the Sockies with 4:47 to play.
Up 9.
Yep. All of that being accurate. 23-14 Porta. And if they could just keep the ball on the ground, keep the clock moving, they're going to pick up their 3rd victory of the season. Logston's under center. He draws the Sockies off sides.
Flag on the play.
That'll be a 5-yard penalty and set up a 1st and 5
All sides against the
to the 36. Caught Pittsfield trying to be a little too aggressive that time.
5-yard penalty takes the ball to the Socky 35. Replay 1st down, 1st and 5.
So 1st and 5 from the 36. Again, Logston under center. Another long snap count. He takes it, hands it off along the right-hand side to O'Brien. Down to the 26-yard line, a gain of 10 and a Porta 1st down. They're 12th of the night.
Good for another Blue Jay 1st down.
137 yards now for O'Brien.
Impressive running night for him.
He's a shifty little guy. Now Porta's quick to the line. Up 9.
I think you want to take as much time as you can.
Under center is Logston. He is not quickly calling the...
He's just hanging out now. And his line is going, why did we come up here so fast? We're tired already. It's cold. We're shaking.
He looks up at the play clock and sets up under center. Takes the snap, going to hand it off to the fullback. This is Chalmers. Chalmers with his best run of the night. Inside the 20 down to the 11-yard line. Very close to a first down. Let's wait and see where they mark it. They'll call it 2nd and 1, so give Chalmers a 9-yard gain.
It's a very, very short one.
9 yards for Chalmers.
Yes, it is.
2nd and 1, PORTA AC.
He had it at the 26. He took it to the 16. Usually that 10-yard pickup results in a first down.
Not this time.
It's a 2nd and about a foot. They'll look back at the play clock. Wonder why I'm going to look at that one over
I was
there.
going to ask, why does he keep looking at the one over his shoulder?
He takes the snap, hands it off along the right-hand side. That's O'Brien looking for a cutback lane. He's going to be taken down, but I think he's going to have the first down inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Gain of 2 and another first down for the Blue Jays.
3:21 to go.
Handoff to 24, Jake O'Brien.
And the
1 yard gain on
The
play.
clock
Good
had
for the
stopped
Blue
there
Jays.
for a second. Well, I guess that was to set the chains, wasn't it?
I think Porta thought maybe Pittsfield might try to call a timeout. But they did not. Down 9 with 3:07 and counting in this one. And Porter with a fresh set of downs at the 14-yard line of Pittsfield. Man split out wide to the left. Logston under center with the wishbone formation behind him. He fumbles the snap, dives on it though. No gain on the play. And now the Sockies will call a timeout.
Recovered by 7, Nate Logston.
Now they will call a timeout.
Timeout on the
With
field.
2:47 to play. Down by 9. Their second timeout of the night. Sockies will be at home for senior night next week against Williamsville.
That's a tough chore.
Yeah. And then they'll finish the season on the road at Pleasant Plains. What we're hoping is a little warmer environment.
Indoor. I'm kind of hoping for indoor.
Indoor heating, plumbing, all those things, huh?
I don't even care about the plumbing, or the heating, frankly. Just being inside would make it a little warmer. We can bring our own heater. I don't even mind.
23-14 Blue Jays. They led at the half, 12-0. The Sockies cut it to as close as 20-14. But that field goal by Kobe Williams, John, a 27-yarder.
That was big.
Huge in this contest. And
It would have been good from 37 because it was plenty long that time.
he had plenty of a leg. That is true. That is true.
It was a surprise to me that they trusted him, as when the first one got blocked, they did not attempt an extra point after that.
You got to go with what your gut says, though. The Porta coaching staff said.
Absolutely.
I mean, right away they said field goal, field goal,
Yeah.
field goal. I mean, that was no
And he went out,
hesitation.
forgot the block. Somebody had to throw it to him, but
Other than that, no hesitation. Logston's under center. He takes the snap, going to hand it off along the left-hand side. This looks to be O'Brien. Inside the 10 down to the 6. That's a gain of 8 by O'Brien. He just keeps racking up the yards. 147 of them now for O'Brien on 15 carries. Pretty good night for young Mr. Jake O'Brien.
3rd and 2, PORTA AC.
almost 10 yards a carry.
So a 3rd and 2 here for the Blue Jays with 2:14 and counting in the contest. Logston is going to wait to set up under center. Now he does with just 10 on the play clock. Takes the snap, hands it off. The man is deep in the backfield. He's going to be taken down if they can wrestle him down, but he's still fighting for yards, and he is going to be
Almost to their line of scrimmage.
Chalmers, really with a spirited effort, going to be taken down right at the 6. And Pittsfield will burn their final timeout, and what will bring up a 4th and about 2. Chalmers fought very hard, though, John, because he was hit about 3 yards deep in the backfield.
Yeah, I thought he was going to lose yardage, and he's running the wrong way, and he got free and he ran backward further, Charlie. If he would have been tackled there, he would have lost those yards, as he would have not gotten
The forward progress.
gotten the forward progress because he chose to go backward on his own. But he was able to fight forward after he found a little hole and get back to the line of scrimmage there.
So it's a 4th and goal from the 2. Up by 9 is Porta. 1:56 to play. Pittsfield is now out of timeouts. So a first down here by the Blue Jays would allow them to just run the clock out. A turnover on downs would force the Sockies to have a very long field in front of them and need to score twice in less than 2 minutes.
Without a timeout.
A touchdown by Porta here would secure the victory.
They're not going to kick a field goal because it only puts them up 12.
So a lot of things that could happen here. And statistically speaking, not really impact what happens
In the game?
in the
Outcome?
outcome of this game. Yeah.
4th and 2.
They'll come out with a trips bunch to the left here, and under center is Logston. He's going to pitch it outside. Man looking for running room, and he's going to have the score. It looks like here, that's Sinclair. Dives for the pylon, and he's in for the score. Sinclair scores with 1:49 to play from 7 yards out.
Cole Chalmers.
And a 67-yard night by Sinclair now. And with 1:49 to play, that will all but do it.
We'll send some more people to the parking lot. The few, the brave, the proud that are left.
29-14 the score. And now they'll bring on the kicking team for the extra point try. Mackenzie Coffey in to try the extra point attempt for the Blue Jays. 29-14 as it is. Coffey looking to put this one through the uprights. Low hold, the kick up, kick blocked again. And it's still 29-14. 1:49 to play, 29-14 Blue Jays. We're back with you after this.
For nearly 40 years, the Niebuhr Funeral Home has been serving our area with professionalism and compassion. This is our business, our hometown. You can be assured we take great personal pride in serving your family in your time of loss. We're locally owned. We're your friends and neighbors. We care about you and your family. Niebuhr Funeral Home, with locations in Pittsfield and Barry, serving our community with compassion and respect.
Well, 1:49 to play in this one. 29-14 the lead for Porta. On top of Pittsfield on the Trash Queen scoreboard. As it looks like the Blue Jays are going to move to 3-4 on the season, the Sockies are going to drop to 1-6. Unless they can pull off.
The 15 points in 1 minute and 49 seconds.
Stranger things have happened.
True.
But it is going to be a monumental effort here.
Coffey to kick off for the Blue Jays.
Coffey will kick off. The last time she kicked off, it was a short kick. Purposefully. And it was almost recovered by the Blue Jays.
They had too many there, too. They had 12 out.
That's what they've been doing. 12 players.
It is easier to cover that way.
Looked like they had a couple of guys off sides. Yeah. They'll blow the whistle. They had two guys off sides, actually.
Offsides against the Blue Jays.
So that'll be a 5-yard penalty, moving back 5 yards. And reset some things here.
Do they have to kick it again?
Yep. So they will kick it from the 35 now.
One of the fans just screamed, "Watch the ball!" Boy, you shouldn't have to watch the ball. Just watch the kicker. All you got to do is be behind the kicker, and you're fine.
1:49 to play. After the penalty, the kickoff from the 35. Now Coffey, will kick with her other foot and kick it out of bounds.
I'm going to take the ball where it went out of bounds that time at the 49.
And so Pittsfield will have decent field position, but down 15 with 1:49 to play.
Actually, they're going to put it right at the 50, it looks like.
That's what they say, it went out of bounds.
Yeah.
So at the 50 with 1:49 to play.
They're not going to have him re-kick. There's no reason to.
Oh, no, they still just take over and out of bounds.
We're just going to take that one at the 50. Thank you. I don't think it can get better.
So right at the 50-yard line for the Sockies, 1:49 to play. See what they go with here. They bring Grattan on the field. Now they bring another man on late.
How are you not ready?
I don't know. Maybe they were given some last-minute instructions.
Could be.
Got to hustle to the line now, though. Just 8 seconds on the play clock.
5.
2 receivers wide left, a single man to the right. Stout will get the snap off. He's back to pass. Has some time. Setting up a little quick hitter to Freeman. And oh, my goodness. He is hammered on the play by Chalmers. A loss back to the 44, a 6-yard loss.
Freeman had to turn his head to catch the ball, and he had no idea that man was coming.
So it brings up a 2nd and 16.
Completed pass for...
-6.
Yeah.
Sockies have -9 passing yards on the day. Clock goes out again. I think about getting that fixed.
Maybe it's only in the cold.
Maybe it should work all the time. 106 and counting in this 4th quarter, and they'll stop the clock now, says the official. And he says, hey, raise the roof.
He said it's supposed to be a 25-second play clock. There you go.
There's actually so few people here you can hear him clearly say.
25-second play clock.
I mean, clearly say it's a 25-second play clock. Hey, Stout's back to pass. Has time. Well, it might be a hold on the left side there. He gets rid of it, and it's incomplete.
And it's going to be a hold, too.
Yeah, it was definitely a hold.
I'm going to say that they're going to not take the...
Hooked the man under his arm and was pulling his arm off.
I would not take the penalty here.
Nah, just turn it down.
Yeah, I would just take third down, and it's 3rd and 16 that way.
Because it was an incomplete pass.
Yeah.
And they'll say, let's take the penalty.
Okay, well.
10-yard penalty. Sockies with 30 yards in penalties now. And it's 2nd down from the 30, and they have to get to the opposite 40. That is 2nd and 30. 2nd and 30 for the Sockies with 50 seconds remaining in this one.
Going to have to go for a pass down the field this time.
He's had some time to throw it.
He has.
The last time because of the hold, but now he's going to run a draw play to Howland. Howland going to gain what he can here across the 35 to the 36. Gain of 6. Howland with 20 yards on 5 carries. 37 seconds left. Sockies with no timeouts.
They're going to run a play and be done here.
29-14 the score on the Trash Queen scoreboard.
3rd and 24, Pittsfield.
3rd down, 24 yards to go. Stout's in the shotgun with 20 seconds left. He will take the snap, back to pass. Looks for a man deep down the left side, throws it up for grabs, and it is...
incomplete. It hit the ground, did it not?
No, it was right between 2 men. Did the Sockies catch it? They did!
Paxton
to the 35-yard line.
The Sockies have to get on the ball as
to pick up of 25 yards, and they're going to have positive passing yards.
They got to get on there because as soon as the chains are set, the clock's going to start. Clock starts now. 6, 5, 4, 3.
They're going to run one more play. Stout looking downfield, and it is
intercepted.
Off. Picked off, and why is he going to try to run it back?
I have no idea. Just go down.
And their coach is saying, just go down. You're the quarterback.
You do not want to get a giant hit in the open field.
Nope. And he doesn't, and that's the final in this one. 29-14, the win for PORTA over the Sockies. The Blue Jays move to 3-4. The Sockies drop to 2. Or check that 1-6 on the season. We take you to the Geared Up postgame show where we're back with final stats after this.
Geared Up is your local source for custom apparel and awards. Geared Up offers a wide variety of apparel options, including embroidery, t-shirts, sweatshirts, polos. We do it all. Ask us how we can help you raise funds for your local school or organization. Find us online at www.wegearyouup.com or call 217-473-6290. That's 473-6290 for Geared Up custom apparel and awards.
Welcome to the Geared Up postgame show. Final score in this contest, a win for the PORTA Blue Jays over the Pittsfield Sockies, 29-14. PORTA picks up their 3rd win of the year. The Sockies drop to 1-6. Taking a look at some final stats in this contest. First for the Sockies, led in rushing by Jacob Freeman, 94 yards on 19 carries. 57 yards for Gage Grattan on 10 carries. 28 yards for Wade Howland on 5 carries on the night. Bobby Stout finished with 9 total yards. Stout was also 4 for 6 passing, 67% for a total of 16 positive yards. Passes to Paxton for 25 yards. Freeman for -6. Logan Howland for 4, and Wade Howland for -7 yards receiving. Leading rusher for Porta was Jake O'Brien with 147 yards on 15 carries. He really was the workhorse tonight. Sinclair had 67 yards on 8 carries on the evening. Cole Chalmers with 28 yards on 10 carries, and 21 yards for the quarterback Logston on 8 carries on the evening. Logston was 2 for 6 passing for 33% for a total of 29 yards on the night for the Blue Jays. Final on this one, 29-14, the win for Porta. AC Central over the Sockies. Geared Up is proud to partner with local schools, businesses, and community organizations for fundraisers. Apparel makes a great fundraiser. Find out more about how you can raise funds for your team or program by visiting WeGearYouUp.com or call 473-6290. That's going to do it from a chilly Petersburg High School. Final on this one, a 29-14 win for the Blue Jays over the Sockies. This has been another Central Illinois